Point 5 is about accounts. Now, I don't mean your P&L. What I mean here is the CAS provider, the outsourced white label management company, is going to be collecting the rents on your behalf, extracting your revenue from the rents and paying you. They are going to be paying you. Now, as a control freak, this scares the hell out of me. Now, Dawn pays me for my branches, and I want to know every single penny. Now, one of our first clients in relation to this, she was a stickler for this, wasn't she, Dawn? We're going back to 2011, 2012. She would want to know to the penny, Lisa, if you're watching, you know who you are. She would want to know to the penny what everything absolutely was. And it was based on her that we put systems together. And so it's really important that you know, as a receiver of services from a white label company, exactly what every penny's for. You want to know if a landlord's paid his renewal fees, his checkout fees, his invoice, his termination fee, everything. You want to know what rent's been paid, what's not been paid, where you've received the margins, has the rent increase been applied. You want to know everything, and that's what I mean by accounts. So your white label service company should be supplying to you, because it's not going to be visible on your system. Remember, it's on their system. This is the big difference. They need to be supplying you an account remittance of every single payment that you've received for what's going to count, you know, a breakdown of every single payment that's there. That's so important. Don't mess with people's money, Dawn. That's the most important part, isn't it, of making sure you understand what you've been paid for, and so you can audit it yourself as well.
Absolutely. And by outsourcing, please don't ever be of the opinion that you outsource it and never check on it again. It's absolutely imperative that you do keep a check on the people that are managing your most prized asset, really. And again, I said loss of control, and this again is probably part of the fear for agents making this decision, because they will be they will feel that they're losing control of their finances, because now, as you say, we collect the rent, the outsourced provider will collect the rent, they will deduct the fees, and then they will remittance onto you and send you your funds at the end of it. So it is absolutely imperative that every single penny is accounted for and detailed, not just a lump of money landing in your account at the end of every week. So what that can also do is allow you to look at opportunities for additional charges and so forth. But it's absolutely imperative that you make sure that the charges that you have told your outsourcing company to charge are being charged and are being collected. Now, remember, we spoke about mindset with regards to tenancy managers and landlords and tenants. So, for example, let's say a landlord called up and had made a complaint about the checkout that was done, and the tenancy manager says, "Oh, no problem, I'll waive your checkout fee for you." Now, that's not an outsourced management's decision. That's a client's decision to make. But let's say they just did that without speaking to the client. The accounts showing the income that you've received as the client isn't broken down into exactly what it is that you're receiving. You will never know that actually, and let's say that's happening often, you will never know that there's like quite a hole in your income, and that's the reason why, because they're waiving fees left, right, and centre where they're not permitted to do so.
Awful situation. I mean, also as well, remember from a back end point of view, those of you that have perhaps looked at outsourcing companies, you have to have specialist software to set this up. Normal letting software will not allocate fees and income to separate branches, deduct charges, deduct fees. We spent thousands, I mean, it was about £40,000 in the early days setting up software and systems to be able to take the information from our software and then extract the fees and all that sort of stuff. So this is a specialist software thing. So it's quite detailed. It's not something that your normal letting agency thing should get. So if you're with an outsourced company and they get an Excel spreadsheet, that's going to break, guys. That's going to break, because I can tell you, think of the thousands and thousands of charges, rents, deductions, and whatever. You can't be filling an Excel spreadsheet. You need proper software to sort that out. So just make sure they have a good remittance service where they remit to you every single week of what you're likely to receive, what it's for, and so you can audit it. And Lisa, thank you for all of your questions. What's this for? What's that for? Because you helped us build our system back in 2011, 2012. Bless you.